Hey folks, Eric here, the Whatever Guy, because it really is whatever for me. And do you folks want to know about a Georgia Supreme Court making Delta-8 products in the state legal? You guys stick around, man, and I'll talk to you about that. As you guys know, me, my name is Eric. I am the Whatever Guy, and I usually shoot videos a couple days a week, basically keeping you guys updated in the world of Delta-8, Delta-9, Delta-10, hemp cannabis, just what's going on around. And today, man, we're going to sit here and talk about Georgia. But earlier in the day, what I'm going to do today is I've actually got to load up this morning, got a little bit of work to do on the computer, and then I'm heading over to Milton Tobacco Depot. As you guys know, we're setting up a shop over in Cantonment, Florida. And out of there, we're going to wholesale THCA flowers, some good THCA flower like this White Runts right here. So I dropped some samples off over at Milton Tobacco Depot, I think Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna stop in and see those guys and find out how well they liked it. I know they did because I mean that's all I'm hoping on. And furthermore, if you guys want to get your hands on some good THCA flower around the Pensacola area, head over to 1408 West 9 Mile Road in Pensacola, Florida, over at Greenleaf Plus. We have all our THC flower in that store right now. And then going forward, like I said, we're gonna have a place over at 416 Highway 29 in Cantonment, so just up from the General Mercantile, set red buildings right there. You'll see us over there in the afternoons, man. We're going to be over there this afternoon. Me and Austin are going to go over there today. We're going to pull up the grass in the front and get it, start getting it all situated. We were over there Saturday. We were over there getting stuff moved around and stuff. It's kind of tore up inside there. So we've got to do some remodeling and get it cleaned up, ready to go. And then obviously, slap a coat of paint on it and stuff like that. So we can get ready to open. But talking about what's going on over here in Georgia, we've done quite a few articles on Georgia. As you guys know, I represent a couple brands over there. So a good friend of mine, Austin Rowe, he's got a nice place over there, Rose CBD THC dispensary in Centerville, Georgia. And so I help those guys out quite a bit, and I stay in contact with them. And so keeping track of what Georgia's got going on, man, Georgia's all over the board. Like I just did a video not long ago about the fact that they're selling low THC oil in pharmacies. And we talked about the impact of, moving marijuana to Schedule 3 and how those pharmacies or those drug companies would be allowed to come in and basically take over marijuana. Georgia is the first state in the country to allow any type of pharmacy or anything like that to sell any type of like low THC products or anything like that. And Georgia is allowing that now. And like I said before, that's kind of a move forward. As we move forward, we talked about that move to Schedule 3, and if we move to Schedule 3, that's going to allow these drug companies to be able to prescribe that. So that's like the first step into that. And then not long ago, back in 2019, they did an extension on the 2018 Farm Bill, and I believe they legalized most of these products in the state. My understanding is not long after that, they had a raid, and they raided one of these companies. They're going to talk about this article today, and basically took about $2 million worth of products and trying to say that, these Delta-8 products and stuff in the state are illegal. But this lawsuit, basically, this Georgia Appeals Court has basically sided on the side of the hemp growers. And there's two articles on this, guys. One's over here at Ganjapreneur, and one of them is over at, I believe it's MJ Biz Daily. Over at MJ Biz Daily, it says hemp-derived cannabinoids aren't controlled substances, a Georgia court says. And then over here, the other one, Ganjapreneur, it says Georgia Appeals Court, Delta-8, Delta-10 products are not controlled substances. So these are just short articles. We're going to read these and talk about them for just a second. It says Georgia Court of Appeals has ruled that hemp-derived Delta-8 THC and Delta-10 THC products are not considered controlled substances under state law. The Georgia Court of Appeals ruled on Thursday that hemp-derived Delta-8 THC and Delta-10 THC products are not controlled substances under the state law, Channel Live 11 reports. The ruling came in a challenge by Elements Distribution after it was raided by the state in 2022. During the raid, police seized about $2 million worth of products, according to the CBS. Trial attorney Tom Church with the Church Law Firm told 11 Alive that the decision sets a precedent for similar cases throughout the state. What happened was that the Gwinnett County DA and the local drug task force raided several small businesses in the area, including our clients who are hemp products and other product distributors. I think this is a powerful message for folks around Georgia that these are legal products. The legislature specifically legalized them in 2019, and that law enforcement has no authority to go after businesses that are legally selling these products. The Gwinnett County District Attorney's Office could still appeal the decision to the state Supreme Court. However, the appeals court decision could pave the way for the products to be sold in Georgia. Per a letter revealed in August, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration considers Delta-8 THC, which is synthesized from hemp-derived CBD, to be federally illegal despite the legal status of hemp and its derivatives. Okay, so when they're talking about the synthesization, guys, you have to understand that the federal government, okay, so the hemp and the marijuana plant are the same plant, guys. The federal government is the one one that has delineated that line between hemp and cannabis. If you were to pop a seed in the ground, a marijuana seed in the ground, that seed, when it grows up, once it's tested, if it has less than 0.3% Delta-9 THC on a dry weight basis, that plant is considered a hemp plant. Okay. But if it has more than 0.3% Delta-9 THC on a dry weight basis, it is considered a marijuana plant. So it's the same plant, just the government has given it two separate designations. Now, let me just say this. Inside that hemp plant, you have to understand that all of those cannabinoids are still in the plant, even though they're just not in there they're in there at very minute amounts. And so what they have to do is either extract it, or what they've been doing is extracting the full spectrum CBD isolate out of the plant and then converting that over to whatever cannabinoid they want to in a lab. That's the argument. It's not cost effective for them to pull out that minute amount of Delta-8 out of that hemp plant, because they would basically be throwing away the rest of the hemp plant. So what they are doing is using the whole plant, pulling all of the natural cannabinoids and terpenes that they can out of that plant, and then converting that over to Delta-8 in a lab. And that in and of itself, according to the DEA, is considered illegal. The majority of products out there that are Delta-8 and Delta-10 are done this way, guys. Like the 99.9% of all the products in the minor cannabinoid space are converted over in a lab from full spectrum CBD isolate. And that's the way it moves forward, guys. So just so you understand, that's what the argument is about the synthesization. It would not be cost effective for them to be able to pull that minor amount of Delta-8 or that minor amount of Delta-10 out of a plant, because what they would create is a lot of scrap, a lot of trash, a lot of mass that they could use for anything else. And so it's not cost effective for them to do that, but it is cost effective for them to use the whole plant and then convert it over in a lab. And that's how they're able to get these cheap products to you on a shelf. But let me just say this. Even though the DEA is arguing against these and saying that they are synthesized products and that they're illegal, that you run right down to Trulieve right down there, they've got these products in their store. Okay, so I don't know what and they are certainly not extracting that minor amount of Delta-8 out of a hemp plant and then setting the hemp plant aside. They are doing the same thing. They are extracting the full spectrum CBD isolate, converting that over in a lab, and then selling it to you in a dispensary. So I don't know what the argument is all the way around. There is a lot of people out there that drive towards these products, especially in states that are not legal. All right, folks, this is Whatever Guy signing off, and I'll talk to you guys later, man. Love you. See ya.